Hey Nick, I heard ADLM, it just ended last week.
Yes, it did. Yeah, the old ADLM, of course, the big showcase in Chicago, but all the greatest laboratory diagnostics. And
Dave said it was just fantastic this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's amazing. Well, Nigel, some of the technologies there are just blow your hair back.
Wow.
It's amazing.
I can imagine it just must be an innovation center. Anything particular you want to talk about?
Well, there's so many things that we could fill probably 20 episodes with it. But one of the things that it always reminds me of is just some of the innovations that we've seen in recent times. And of course, the biggest thing, of course, is taking kind of complicated laboratory practices and funneling that into something that is CLIA waived, faster, easier, consumer friendly. And I thought, for this conversation, what better example than doing clinical diagnostics than the old COVID-19 diagnostic test, right? I think everybody in the world probably has done one of these at home.
At least one.
At least one. Set up your own lab in your bathroom, typically. The kitchen counter.
With your spouse in a different room with the door closed.
With your spouse in a different room.
Isolating.
And of course, this innovation, it's nothing that exciting now, of course, but 40 years ago, thereabouts, the predicate to it looked like this, right?
And we've seen a number of clients looking to kind of go from A to B, and that's, I guess, what's happening now.
Absolutely. So the old enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay, and then changing it into a lateral flow. I mean, this is really a tangible physical embodiment of that type of work that happens, and was presented last week at ADLM.
Oh, right, great. Well, it's exciting just to see how things just keep going and become more user-friendly and easier to access. In the hospital or the pharmacy rather than having to go to the clinic. So
absolutely,
that's great.
Yeah, very good. And of course, speaking about easier to access, ADLM, of course, it still has it's a 4-letter acronym.
Right. I know. Well, it's the thing. So they got ELISA 5 letters, ADLM 4 letters. I'm more of a TLA man myself. That's a 3-letter acronym.
Of course.
Anything beyond that starts to get difficult for me.
Classic.
Yeah.